When you hear the words artificial intelligence, where does your mind go to? Do you consider the real-world jobs that are potentially lost to AI bots? Or are you more hopeful and believe that AI is a universal tool for scientific research? Believe it or not, both of these arguments are credible. Most of our society leans one way or the other, but what if I told you that there's more than one truth to the conversation of artificial intelligence? AI is affecting the lives of everyone, even if they are unaware, so it is vital to discuss the impact of said technology. My name is Grace Connor. I am majoring in animation game design with a concentration in game design. This is a form of software engineering of which involves understanding and working with artificial intelligence in my field. While I am personally opposed to the use of AI in art, gaming, and media in general, I am still required to have said knowledge, in addition to experience with multiple forms of computer programming outside of games as well. Due to said experience, I believe that I am a qualified candidate to inform people, regardless of their level of understanding, of the misconceptions, benefits, and criticisms of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a necessary evil, and, in spite of the valid criticisms it has received, a vital tool for humanity if utilized properly. There are widespread misconceptions in regard to artificial intelligence, and we are too quick to criticize newly developing technology without considering the full capabilities of said technology. While it is a highly controversial topic, AI has several benefits if it is utilized in a proper manner. However, there are many criticisms of artificial intelligence that are completely valid. The debate around artificial intelligence is riddled with misconceptions and a lack of understanding regarding the technology itself. While there are many valid criticisms regarding the utilization of artificial intelligence, most of these arguments are blown out of proportion or attributed to how humans and corporations are utilizing AI, as opposed to the actual functionality. AI doesn't choose to steal from artists or take over our jobs. That is fundamentally an executive decision by corporate leaders or private interests, and they alone should be blamed. According to Forbes' article, Debunking 10 Big AI Myths That Are Misleading Even the Smartest Leaders, it is stated that the belief that AI will wipe out entire job sectors overnight is one of the most persistent misconceptions. Going on to explain, AI isn't replacing entire professions, it's automating tasks, optimizing workflows, and augmenting human decision-making. News outlets such as CNBC, in their article, AI Washing and the Massive Layoffs Hitting the Economy, have stated that many experts interviewed by CNBC said some companies could be AI washing their job cuts or blaming layoffs on the new technology to cover up business fumbles and old-fashioned cost cutting. Artificial intelligence is not capable of replacing human capabilities or critical thinking skills, and it is unrealistic to assume that we will be replaced by AI in any foreseeable future. The aforementioned Forbes article, Debunking 10 Big AI Myths That Are Misleading Even the Smartest Leaders, also explains that AI-generated creativity has its limits. AI doesn't create with intention, personal experience, or emotion. It remixes existing patterns, drawing from massive data sets to generate new content, but without deeper meaning or original thought. Meaning that AI can be a tool, but it doesn't replace the human creative process. Other sources, like Harvard Business School, online go on to claim that humans remain uniquely positioned to outperform AI in situations where emotional intelligence, meaning making judgment and creativity, are crucial in their article for important human skills AI can't replace. Due to the vast amount of misconceptions regarding artificial intelligence, many of its benefits go overlooked when in actuality there is much good to come out of the advancement of this technology. Despite criticisms of artificial intelligence, it could serve as a vital tool for humanity and potentially save millions of lives. Studies have shown that artificial intelligence has played a crucial role in cancer research, including the ability to detect potentially cancerous cell masses far before the human eye and oncological screenings. According to the article, the impact of artificial intelligence on cancer diagnosis and treatment, a review by Nikki Najafi, Halia Haji Hassani, and Miriam Azimadze Irani, in association with the Faculty of Life Sciences and Biotechnology, Shahid Beheshti University. AI has substantially impacted the early detection and diagnosis of cancer, offering promising avenues for future research and patient care, particularly in breast cancer research. This article goes on to state, these models can identify subtle diagnostics, and therefore, by incorporating this information, the new models provide more accurate risk assessments, thereby informing clinical decision-making and enhancing patient counseling, which could potentially reduce the number of cancer fatalities immensely. Other sources suggest that artificial intelligence could potentially be a key tool in fighting our fight against climate change, as well as developing global solutions regarding our ecosystem. According to the World Economic Forum in their article, 9 Ways AI is Helping Tackle Climate Change, new research suggests that AI can help predict volatile weather patterns. A company located in Sao Paulo, Brazil, called Supremo, is utilizing AI to predict where and when climate disasters will occur, and what type of climate disasters they will be. A Reuters article, in Brazil, drones take flight in Rio in high-tech reforestation push, also states that computers powered by artificial intelligence then define the specific targets and number of seeds to be dropped, according to a statement from the local government, in a far more efficient manner, as a single drone is capable of dispersing 180 seeds capsules per minute, or 100 times faster than utilizing human hands to spread seeds in a more traditional reforestation program. While AI benefits often remain unnoticed, there is a public bias against it, and the valid criticisms of artificial intelligence must be addressed. There are many criticisms of artificial intelligence that are legitimate. And while it was previously stated that some of them are rooted in misconceptions, and the people utilizing AI poorly are to blame, there is still a valid argument to be made about the technology itself allowing said issues to occur. The criticisms of artificial intelligence, including the intellectual and/or creative theft, are very real concerns and should be addressed. While humans are mostly to blame for plagiarizing works of others, the programming of AI makes it far less difficult to steal the intellectual property than previous methods. The algorithm uses media created by artists, often without consent, to generate images in the stylistic likeness of said artist. It must be considered that these are not original works by AI in a similar art style, but rather a collage of other people's art that's making it theft. A Medium article, When Inspiration Becomes Infringement, How Generative AI is Stealing from Artists, by John Park, goes on to explain that the model's power is directly built on the work of the writers and artists across the internet, with no accreditation given to their labor and efforts. And it is therefore unethical to generate art using AI as it is guaranteed to be stolen from other individuals. A common criticism of artificial intelligence is the environmental impact of the technology usage. While AI has been a valuable tool to combat climate change in terms of reforesting, detecting pollution, and other methods of environmental conservation, it also requires an astronomical amount of energy to function, and is itself a climate change threat. Massachusetts Institute of Technology article explained generative AI's environmental impact, states that the computational power required to train generative AI's models and that often have billions of parameters, such as OpenAI's GPT-4 can demand staggering amounts of electricity, of which leads to increased carbon dioxide emissions and pressures on the electronic grid. An alternative article by MIT, The Climate and Sustainability Implication of Generative AI, goes on to suggest that the existing demand for data centers that are expected to add a staggering 12,000 MW of co-location capacity, which is more power than is required to sustain the demand of over 70% of countries. These are a few of the legitimate reasons to be wary of artificial intelligence. However, it is important to bear in mind that AI is a complex topic of discussion, and that there are universal benefits to come from its advancement. Artificial intelligence is a newly developing technology, of which we have already developed preconceived notions of. A lot of our criticisms regarding AI are based around our own misconceptions, causing a lack of consideration for its benefits. With that being said, there are criticisms of AI that are legitimate and must be addressed as soon as possible. The truth is that artificial intelligence is not going anywhere, and so it is best to utilize it in our advantage, and so it can benefit our society and our world. There are many differing opinions on artificial intelligence. Some people may be more inclined to trust AI after this presentation. Others may be indifferent to this information and have made up their mind. Regardless, I believe that education is the key to harness all this new technology has to offer. Thank you.